You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens weekly. Where two old guys, another guy who is also pretty old, and then another guy who I think is a little bit younger. Talk about old games. So this week we are doing part 2 of our Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
And I'm sorry you missed the real podcast where we just talked for 20 minutes about road trips, strip clubs, free steak.
All the real shit.
And disappointing our dads.
Yeah, definitely disappointing our
That's
dads.
the real one.
TADPOG got real.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah. You'll hear it eventually.
Yeah,
somewhere.
We'll pepper it in there somewhere.
So, of course, we bring back our foremost Castlevaniologist of TADPOG Sweetheart fame, Josh Nance.
Hey, Josh.
Hello.
And another PhD in Castlevaniology of Experience Grind podcast fame, Kyle Collins.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle.
Brett,
Hi, guys. It's like we're not talking after we just talked for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of... Let's pretend to be awkward. Wouldn't it
Yeah, it's gonna
funny?
be
I
hard
just
for
joined
me.
this call. Hi, guys. Good to see ya.
I'm fighting the urge to make jokes about the jokes we were making earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
All these idiots listening don't have in-jokes that we have.
I'm fighting a lot of urges. That is one of them.
Don't fight them all, Dave.
Of course, now this is your first time on our show, Kyle.
Yeah, actually, we had you guys on very early on our run.
Early in my house on your show.
Yeah, we came to you. We're like, hey, man, let's make it easy for them. Let's go down. And we just wanted to sit in the car with Hartman while he did things. That's not helping at all. In that
No, well, yeah, we just wanted to sit and go with a guy just jerking off for 6 hours.
Yeah, there we go. Let's say that.
Snorting heroin off his own giant dick.
Here's the thing. I've seen Hartman's dick, and it is not giant. The first time I met Hartman, I met that dude in a marching band, and he's 2 grades above me. And he used to have this hazing ritual he'd do to all the freshmen.
Suck all their dick.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was my first
Don't haze me. No.
When we'd have to get changed on 2 different buses when we'd go to marching band competitions. And Hartman's favorite thing was that he would pull his dick and balls out of the front of his boxer shorts and then ask the freshmen, hey guys, is there a hole in my shorts? And of course, they would all look at his dick and be like, fuck.
See, there was a similar thing at my high school where it was the boxers, that little slit in the front, they would
I thought you meant like boxers, like little Mac, like Evander Holyfield.
underwear. Dave, underwear.
Underwear.
Yeah.
Remember
so
that time?
you'd just get a little bit of your nutsack and stick it out and be like, hey, do I have gum on my
Did I
boxers?
drop my gum? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that time Evander Holyfield showed up at my high school and showed us all his dick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good
time? Pretty good dick?
Not really. The Harlem Globetrotters really did come to my middle school, though, and that was pretty great. I didn't see any of their dicks either.
I don't
My
think
dad took me to a Harlem Globetrotters game, and that was awesome. I still have the autographed basketball.
Hey, they played our teachers, and it was a riot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Props on your teachers
Yeah.
for playing.
We did things a little bit different at Taft Middle School.
named after our president.
Yep. Yeah. The one that got stuck in the bathtub.
Yeah.
That one.
I was going to say, Taft was a fat one, right?
Yeah. You'd think it would be Garfield. Well, it wasn't. He's probably pretty fat, too.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
something
Symphony
Castlevania.
of the Night?
That I've never shown my dick to anyone who wasn't wanting to do things to it. Like I've never flashed my dick to anyone.
Yeah, I haven't
Well,
either.
I'm 100% a grower, so like
I am too, man.
That's because your dad gave you that warning.
that's true.
And it is stuck.
And he was right, and it was weird that he was right.
What warning?
Like I was going camping with two friends in a small pop tent, and he said, "Now Tyler, at some point during this night, they're both gonna pull their wieners out. I know it. You don't be one who pulls his wiener out either. Damn it, if he wasn't fucking right." We were laying head to head. And so on either side of me, they eventually pulling their dicks out.
Yeah.
On either side of me.
Yeah. He had to have overheard
like-
them scheming like beforehand. Where it's like, I bet we can get this guy to suck our dick.
One was Jerk It Jeff,
Oh, okay.
and the other was the Christian magician who stole porn from the movie hut. And was also Melissa's boyfriend for like a month.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Sexy.
Yeah. It was you see, you got to see what he was working with.
Sorta. I was just trying to listen to Jay Leno on the radio. I was like, Dad was right. I'm not going to pull my dick out.
Man, if you start a band and don't name it Jay Leno on the radio, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
All right. I bet, have you guys ever just shown anybody your dick randomly?
I got my dick out right now.
Yeah.
I don't see it, so it doesn't count.
Both Dave and I have our dicks out.
No, I don't.
But Tyler does not. He's
Nope.
I don't do
he
that.
promised his dad.
I don't do that. I'm a gentleman. I'm a Christian. I don't do that.
I've shown my dick to a lot of people, and a lot of them didn't want to see it. as a
So you're a criminal. That's what you're telling me.
I'm sure I am in many states. Yeah, as a young kid with ADHD, desperate for attention, man, I did a lot of fucking regretful things to get people to look at me, dude. And one of those was get naked a lot. So
Okay. I mean, I have seen your bare ass. I just haven't seen your dick.
yeah, see, I still do it.
I think I have a picture
I
of
am
your bare
still
ass on my
desperate
phone
for
somewhere.
attention.
I did like that was your Christmas card, yeah?
Yeah, like a long time ago, and then I just keep recycling it because I can't think of how to top it. So
Yeah, that's a hard one to top.
Turn around.
I know.
Yeah, I do think you need to flip
Turn
over.
around.
That's how you top it.
Yeah.
Do you have more anal sex than you have vaginal sex, Kyle?
Not with my fiance.
Not with women.
Easy,
At other
easy,
periods
careful.
in my life. At other periods in my life, yes, but not currently. Can I say it that way?
You used
I
to.
would not to my.
When I was
I mean, not-
exclusively banging dudes, yes.
Yeah.
Nothing but anal. Anal monster over here. But
Here's
now-
the thing about dudes; they're really into butt sex. So that works out. And you're like, all right, man.
I'm like, let me stick it in your vagina. They're like, put it in my ass.
And here's the other great thing about dudes, that they're not clingy. So it's just like, all right, man, just hit me up later.
Oh, I'd
And
make
then
you cuddle
everything's
me.
cool.
Yeah, you haven't met me. You haven't met me, Kyle.
I'm a serial cuddler. I break into people's houses and just like, you cuddle me.
It's not illegal. Did you know that?
No, it's not illegal. Oh, damn. Okay, well, anybody else got any intro stories? Anything to talk about? Funny stories?
Nope.
I'll
No.
tell my intro I saved for an outro. That's cool.
You
wanna
want to
save
save
it
it for an outro? Okay.
I mean, I could tell it now. I don't know. We've just been, I don't know. You guys run it. I don't know what to do.
Well, I'm not going to story rape you. You can do whatever you want.
we're being accommodating.
I'm not going to be like you showing people your dick. I'm just going to force it on you. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I would do it if you asked, and that's the sad part.
Yeah. Please do. Please tell your story.
All right, I'll tell it.
right, thank
I'll
you.
tell the story of the time that I got my wisdom teeth cut out,
Okay.
and it actually gets a lot better from there.
Man, I hope you cried because I did.
Ooh, did you really?
Yeah. When I
didn't
came
cry.
out when I came out of the anesthesia, yeah, man, it was just like a really weird state where I was sad about having lost my teeth and everything.
Oh man,
Yeah.
mine's in a similar vein, but it is not a sad cry. But it is one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened, and I don't remember it.
Oh well, yes, please.
So I'm sure. Did you get it at 18.2, Dave?
I'm
Like-
sorry, what? Oh, my
you get
wisdom
your-
teeth? No.
Yeah.
I was a grown man crying on the way home
Oh.
while my wife drove me home. I was crying in the passenger
Oh.
seat, locking eyes with other drivers. Yeah, it was a real like. Is this man being weirdly kidnapped? Kind of situation. Yeah,
Is he resisting? I
Yeah.
don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
What's wrong, sir? I want what's been taken.
yeah. No, like legitimately like sobbing, like really like there's something wrong with that man.
What was there is no more.
Yeah.
Man, and I tell you, there's nothing more uncomfortable than the sight of a crying grown man.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just ruins your day.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, trust me.
Well, I am never watching This Is Us with you ever then. Ever.
Yeah, I freaked some people out. Confirmed.
Well, I did it at 18. Like, my mom wanted me to get them just cut out. She's like, just get it done with, and then you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, whatever, because I'm a mama's boy. So she was also going to take me.
Whatever, I love you.
Yeah, we wouldn't know anything about that. The new podcast, guys, for Mama's Boys. This is the first episode.
Man, we're just starting a new podcast left and right here.
I know let's just do it. Fuck it. Let's quit our jobs. Let's just do the thing.
I mean, yeah, it was just spread out. It's the same show, but we just release it on like 9 different labels.
Yeah.
We record once still, but nobody knows. That's how you succeed.
I sell the podcast out the trunk of my car at the mall.
Right. I can see
Run up
Hammer.
to people. Hey, here's a podcast.
Right next to the sugar glider lady.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lady that comes to our. I don't know if it's the same at like other malls. I've never seen her at other malls.
There are 1,800 of them.
But there's a lady that comes to our mall that has sugar gliders, and she sells them.
If one lands
Sugar
on
They're like
you,
in-
just
they're
buy
just
it.
Like
in her
the mammal?
Yeah, like the little rodent, the sugar gliders.
Like
yeah.
the little flying squirrel thing,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's just got them in her coat, and
I do like to think there are multiples. Like she's like a government experiment.
She's a weird version of Squirrel Girl, just Sugar Glider Girl. My twins are the size of sugar gliders.
Oh.
Funny enough that you mentioned them.
Interesting. Is your doctor the sugar glider lady?
You have some inside you.
That does seem like a weird comparison to draw.
Because it's always fruit. So Melissa got apps that would tell you their size other than fruit.
oh, thank God! I always thought that was the weirdest thing, and I kept the whole time. I'm telling Nicole, why is it always food? Why do people always compare like a fetus to some kind of food? As like it's weird. It's weird. And she
You
just
subconsciously want to eat it, man.
yeah, I guess so. And she's like, no, it's normal. It's fine. It's normal. I'm glad that somebody else.
No, it's normal.
thought it
You're
was-
weird.
Yeah. It's Occam's razor. Kyle's right. We just want to eat babies.
Yeah.
This is how we cope with it, not being able to do it.
It's the natural evolution.
We eat everything else. Why not our babies?
Asking the real question,
Yeah.
Dave. Why not?
That's a bumper sticker on my Celica. Okay, Kyle, I'm sorry. We kind of like took your wisdom teeth story.
Hey, no,
And ran,
that's the way
but-
these things go, man.
Yeah. So what happened? You were 18.
So my mom took me. I was 18, and all I remember, and I don't even remember what she looks like, which is the saddest part. But the dental assistant was like one of the hottest chicks I'd ever seen in my life, and I remember thinking like I was terrified that when they put me under, because I was getting all 4 cut out, so that I was going like underneath, like what you did for full anesthesia,
Mhm.
and I was terrified that while I was unconscious, I would fart. And embarrass myself in
Right.
front of this super hot girl. And so
Remind me to tell you a story whenever you're done.
Put a pin
my
in that.
mother loves to tell the story because I don't remember it because I was coming out of anesthesia. But apparently I woke up and the very first thing I said was, "Did I fart?" And of course everybody's laughing and they said, "No, you didn't." And I said, "Good."
You did come
And
though.
I pointed at the chick and I said, "Good," because you were super fucking hot and I did not want to fart in front of you and make an ass of myself. And of course I in turn just made a bigger ass of myself. And she said everybody was laughing. I remember her, she was crying. She was laughing so hard telling the story. So my mom thinks I'm a giant failure too, including my dad. Hooray.
I'd like this as a start of a romantic comedy.
With me and my mom.
We're right.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, wow. Yeah, let's
It's like,
explore that.
Yeah, no, let's break new
that movie
ground. I'm
from the
tired of the same
70s.
old shit. Let's talk about a boy romancing his mother.
I'm sure there's a game for that. We'll cover it on
Man,
Valentine's Day.
We're pitching all kinds of new movies tonight, boys.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Tyler, what were you reminded of?
Whenever I had hemorrhoids and went to the doctor, and I don't know, I didn't expect them to get in there.
Really? You
Because
just thought they
I
were
knew
gonna,
what it was. I thought like, oh, and they'd prescribe me cream, and that would just
Gotcha.
be
They
it.
just want any excuse they can get up in there.
Yeah.
They take.
Well, I had a hot doctor back then, and because I went in and I told her, well, hemorrhoids, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, well, want to check that out. I was like, I didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared for you to do that. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I didn't shower before I came. So she's like, that's okay. If I get any fecal matter, we'll just analyze it. I was like,
Hot. God damn. My dick got so hard.
I was like, well, okay. So then she
threw up.
It's like that scene in Team America World Police.
Well, like I pull my pants down, get everything in order. She comes in, and then I hear the door open and shut. And then I hear the door open and shut again. She's like, "Oh, I have a medical student with me. If that's okay." So I turn around to see an even more attractive younger medical assistant,
Fuck.
and she just like proceeds to just get up in my ass, and be like, "Yep, that's hemorrhoids. I'll give you some cream."
I would have asked them to put me under. Yeah. I was honestly, when you started the story, when you first said hemorrhoids, I was like, please God, just take Kyle's story and replace wisdom teeth with hemorrhoids.
I had all four of them out, so they put me under. I don't want to fart.
My mom took me down to get my hemorrhoids cut out.
You're 18, you get them out.
My dentist shamed me. He was like, you should have had these out like 12 years ago. These are really bad.
Was that before or after he fingered your butt?
During.
Oh,
Same time.
Wait a minute, are your wisdom teeth somewhere else?
No, it's fine. I requested it.
your wisdom teeth aren't in your anus?
How do you mash up your hard poops? I don't understand.
You stick a rock up in there.
Like a bird.
Exactly.
This large, majestic creature can carry rhinoceroses in either talon or fly up your butt.
Oh, man. All right, that's almost 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
now we get to Symphony of the Night. All right, Dave, you read from Wikipedia last time, so you probably don't need to do it again. I recommend before you listen to this one, listen to part one.
Yeah, it's a little more subdued than this one.
A little bit. A little bit.
We're not drinking as much. We're not talking about butts and teeth.
Sorry, guys.
As much as I should have asked Paul Kluhl all about his ass.
Yeah, ask him about his butt and teeth.
The listeners need to know.
Yeah, Paul, let us know.
Oh, Kyle, you're the new one to our Symphony of the Night cast, so please go and tell us about your first exposure and impressions for Symphony of the Night.
Oh, man.
Let me say that again, because I said that it's all one big weird word. Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, it's my favorite Castlevania.
Symphony.
Is that the side dish to Castlevania eggs?
Oh, it's Castlevania eggs. Symphony of the Night.
It's called a deep cut, everybody. Pay attention.
That is a deep cut.
So the only two games I remember really playing a lot on my PlayStation when I was a kid were Final Fantasy VII and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I think it was one of those things because as a kid, you only get like 3 or 4 games a year. So you end up kind of playing the ones that have all that replayability.
Mm-hmm.
And Symphony of the Night was definitely one of those for me. And I also really liked it because I loved 2D platformers as a kid. And this was like that on steroids almost. And it also had that RPG element, which I just started to fall in love with. And it was pretty much like a perfect storm for me, man. Everything about this game was just what I wanted it to be at that time. So, and it looked beautiful with all that sprite work.
Yeah, definitely. Was this your first Castlevania game?
No, I played Castlevania, the very first one. It was actually it's one of my sweetest stories of my mother, who I've talked about more on this episode than myself. I remember having.
I'm just gonna keep pulling mother stories out of you. By the end of this, you're just kind of so
I remember.
weird.
We'll release this section on Mother's Day. There we go.
Yeah.
I had a Nintendo Power and it had Castlevania, and one of the things that me and my mom really got along with as a kid was we both like horror movies and monster movies. And so there was this game in Nintendo that had like Dracula and Frankenstein and mummies. And I showed her this and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I would remember like her coming back like 30 minutes later. She had driven to Walmart and like bought it for me just because I said it was cool.
Nice.
And I still remember that, man. It's a very awesome memory that I hold in. I remember her walking up to me and my friends and handing it to me, and everybody was like, oh my God, you got Castlevania. And we went and played it, and it was awesome. So
Was that the cover with decapitated Dracula?
I think so, yeah. And is it Simon in the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back, and he's got his like back to the box and the whip in hand. And, yeah, man. That old school NES box with like the gray outer and the pictures just on the middle part.
If my
That's
mother
what I
had
grew
seen
up
that, she would not have bought it at all.
Yeah.
I think my parents would have tolerated it
Yeah.
and been like, yeah, it's just a phase. It's not a phase. I love Castlevania, Mom.
I'm going to talk to the world about it one day.
Yeah,
You'll see.
I'll talk to dozens of people about it.
Dozens of us.
You'll see.
Dozens.
I don't know. I was also an edgy teen, and the fact that you play as like a half vampire dude was always really cool.
Please
'Cause you're
tell me
not-
your definition of edgy teen and the antics that you performed back then.
Not like edgy. I just like, lame stuff. I was a fucking try-hard douchey kid. I love The Crow.
Okay.
Lines
And,
up.
just shit like that. Vampires were cool to me, but not to general society before Twilight and all that junk,
Did you dress like the Crow in your band uniform?
No, I dressed as the Crow for 2 different Halloweens in high school.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
awesome.
So, yeah, I had a fucking trench coat I bought from the Army surplus store.
There we go.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's my high school life, man. That's the kid I was.
That is a little edgy, yeah.
Surprised you didn't cut yourself on that edge, man. It's pretty
Yeah.
I
good.
know, man. Right?
I understand. I'm with you. I get it.
You sold me on the Army surplus stores.
I get it.
What's your middle name, Kyle?
I have 2 actually. My full name is Kyle Ethel James Collins.
Please explain to me where Ethel and James come from.
Because I was originally intended to be an only child, and I have an aunt and an uncle. My uncle Jim and my aunt Ethel. My mom loves my aunt and wanted to honor both of them, so I got both middle names.
So I guess you're not a middle child. Or
No,
not
I'm
only
the-
child. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I have a younger sister.
Okay. How many years younger?
3.
So it's not a huge surprise. I thought you're like, well, we're 15 years different. Like, I expected something huge.
No, just 3.
But she was a
She's
complete
named
surprise.
She was an accident.
She was an accident. She's named after Stevie Nicks, though.
All right.
And I don't have a cool story for my first name. I don't know where the fuck they got Kyle from.
A wizard told him to them in a dream.
A wizard at the maternity ward. But it was just like a creepy old janitor, but my mom was super high on pregnancy drugs.
We call them gynomancers. in the
Gynomancers,
hospital.
yeah.
So, yeah.
The gynomancer transformed himself to appear as your mother, and then gave the name Kyle.
Yeah. This baby shall be named Kyle. Maybe it was actually Guile, but my mom misheard it, and I could have been a lot cuter.
Yeah. I mean, if it had been Guile, it would be great if you actually grew up to look like Guile from Street Fighter.
Oh, shit, it's Guile Ethel. Everybody get the fuck away.
He's got his fatigues that he got at the Army support store.
I like how I gave out my full name, and now I'm just totally going to get identity hacked.
Yeah. What's your social real quick?
Oh, see, now we know your true name, so yeah, you're fucked.
If you say it backwards now, I return to the Shadow Realm.
Describe your fingerprints as
Speaking of saying names backwards, did you guys know that Alucard backwards is Dracula?
I love that segue.
Shit.
What?
Yeah,
It's a great segue to bring us back on track.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Damn, you're like a master host, Dave.
Yeah, no one noticed the desperation in my eyes.
Let me ask Kyle about his name for 40 minutes.
Yeah, this is
Sure,
great
man.
content, Kyle. I love you, man, but let's talk about Symphony of the Night.
You know who else
Please,
has a
you
name?
guys keep asking me.
Not you guys, Drunk Tyler. Drunk Tyler, who I'm guessing has very little to say about
I
Symphony of
just,
the
I
Night.
just, I just want to know his name. I like Kyle. I want to know all about it. I want to know about the type of anal sex he has and all of his names. That's the first 2 things I find out about people.
I love you guys. That's the Castlevania episode, everybody. Thank you.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like and subscribe button.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, I could talk about my Maria playthrough.
Oh yeah, did you
On-
get? So you got
on
to
Sega
play as
Saturn.
Maria.
I
So you
did.
played the Sega Saturn version.
I did. My brother had it, and he has all these weird emulator hacks, so he was able to get it. The upscaled version at his house, which he would not loan me his $300 upscaler, but I got a whole bunch of other stuff, so I was able to play it. Which, I mean, Maria is in English, but all the enemies and everything are in Japanese because it's a Japanese exclusive version to play Maria. I don't know why they cut it. Maria is, in my opinion, if you can pull it off, because she is the equivalent of playing Sabin from Final Fantasy VI in a Castlevania game.
Like she has like blitz inputs or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're all super fucking powerful. So if you can pull them off, this is easy mode.
Like what are some of them? Because I mean, Alucard has spells that he casts by doing like blitz inputs essentially, but all of her stuff are
Yeah,
input?
because she has a triple jump.
Oh,
starting
that's
off.
awesome.
Yep, a very
That's
powerful diving front kick. Because she's more mobile than Richter.
Yeah, when I did watch some gameplay of Maria, and she reminded me of Cammy from Street Fighter
Yeah.
2. The way she was moving around the screen.
She looks like Cammy with long hair. She doesn't. What makes me sad is she doesn't throw birds or anything like that. She has like a shitty, regular style kick. Her huge diving.
No, I'm
front
just picturing her like throwing a dove at a skeleton. It just splatters like.
Yeah,
Well, it comes back to
not
it's a
even
very
alive.
resilient bird.
Oh, okay.
the doves just aren't as effective as they were when she was a child. She's less pure. So, makes
I
sense.
think all of her animals have died as she is now a teenager, but she still has their spirits because all of her blitz type inputs revolve. Like, she can't item crash. That's the big difference in her and Richter.
Okay.
She's more mobile. She doesn't have item crash, but her spells are way more powerful.
So, like, she summons her animals, or like they kind of embody her, or like,
You set both.
okay,
Because like the first Guardian Knuckle is sort of like Pummel. So let's say I'll relate it to Sabin's Pummel.
Okay.
Because she just does like a quick charge and punch.
that's a guardian knuckle.
She calls it she's Guardian Knuckle. And
Okay.
it's not too difficult of an input.
Castlevania and Knuckles.
Then there is the what is it? Where did I write that down? Summon Byakko is the name of the move that you do, and that is where she summons an owl familiar
Okay,
that will then like do kamikaze dives and stuff at the enemy. It's the equivalent of like the demon familiar.
okay.
So she
Does she
summons,
say that name out loud too?
She does.
That's what I love about all the people in this game. They just scream the attacks they're
Summon
doing
Byakko!
currently. Yeah. Soul Steel.
Yes,
Dark Metamorphosis.
That's pretty much the best because that's the one you do on accident always.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing that and being like, "What just happened?"
Summon Seryu, which is a giant ass blue dragon that fills the whole screen and pretty much wipes it out. Summon Genbu, which is her self-healing spell. You just put it in.
That's awesome. She has a healing spell.
Yep. That's at the cost of your magic, which recovers over time. You just put that
Yeah,
in
yeah.
and she heals herself.
She doesn't even have to make something bleed to regain health.
Exactly.
Wild.
The most powerful, which the input is pretty similar to Zangief's spinning pile driver, so it's real fucking hard. But when you do it, she summons all of her animal spirits at once, and she is invincible for 40 seconds.
40 seconds?
And you can just keep
Damn.
doing it as long as you have the magic.
That is a lot of seconds.
So yeah, basically you do that, and then you just beat a boss.
Okay, she is way different than she is in Castlevania, Dracula X Chronicles or Castlevania Requiem, because she is playable in Symphony of the Night
Oh,
in both
okay.
of those versions, but she is not like that at all. She is actually a lot harder to play.
She's harder than Richter. She's another step up in difficulty.
Yeah. I had trouble with Richter last night when I was playing it in the long hallway that's filled with armor knights, like blade and hammer armor knights on the way to like the clock room. Man, I was in that room for like literally an hour and a half. And
Richter is tough, man.
Richter is tough. And it's like I've seen the problem with Richter is like specifically that hallway. It's like I know there is an easy way to get past all of these suits of armor, and it is to use his like blade rush in the air. So
Yep.
you just like go over them. But it's like that input is so fucking hard because it's like a 3/4 circle forward starting it up. And it's like, not only do you have to do it once in the air, you have to do it like 3 or 4 times in a row without falling. So it's like, it's just impossible. I just decided, I was like, I'm just going to fight my way through this. I'm going to live life the only way I know how, and that is whipping armor and
Spank it,
throwing
baby.
crosses. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
And it eventually worked, but it's like when I got through that, Tarnish in Twitch chat, who was giving me help, he was like, if you thought, because I kept calling that like that hallway was just hellish. And he's like, if you thought that was hellish, that's pretty much what the game is like with Maria. And I played as her a little bit, and it was difficult, but she had like this cool ability where it's like she could hold 2 sub-weapons at a time and switch between them. And all of her sub-weapons were her animal companions from Rondo of Blood.
Yeah.
So, you'd bust open a sconce and there'd be a small white tiger in there. And now all of a sudden, like, it does his thing when you use him as a sub-weapon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought that was neat, but unfortunately I didn't get to play a whole lot with her. So I'm really glad that you got to play with her on the sadder version. Yeah.
Which, I mean, because I thought it was still challenging, but I was terrible at the inputs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't beat it as Maria or anything like that. I didn't know my way around because I didn't replay this game fully like you did. So I just didn't know where I was going, but I watched another playthrough where even if you're not super skilled, if you know where you're going and can sort of, get good at the moves, you can do Maria mode in 15 minutes on the Saturn.
Yeah.
Like, not really any problem. With her triple jumps and high jumps and shit like that, the invincibility.
So it's more like in the vein of Rondo of Blood, Maria, where it's just like kind of breeze through the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Shaft was a joke, because from the playthroughs I saw, you just turn on your invincibility, throw your Bible around, he's dead.
Yeah, with 40 seconds of invincibility, like you could beat pretty much any boss, right? I mean,
absolutely.
We spent a lot of time on the first episode talking about the first half of the game, which is not upside down.
Right side up castle.
Right side up
What is that
castle.
word?
And then we kind of left it. We kind of stopped talking about the stuff that you find in the upside down castle, which is the back half of the game. And Kyle, I asked you, I was like,
who better talk about the back half of the castle?
Right, Kyle.
Oh, anal sex having Kyle.
When I asked you which episode you'd prefer to be on, you said that you preferred to be on the episode that was about more leaning towards the upside down castle.
Yeah.
Why is that? Do you prefer that half of the game?
I think that part has the cooler enemies.
Yeah.
It also has where my favorite weapons are. And I knew it would be the second half of a 2-part episode, and that I would be more remembered on the second half.
Smart.
Again, I'm very much self-centered.
Yeah, that's smart.
I've always the upside down castle is absolutely in no way perfect. It's actually a pain in the ass to navigate for the most part. I feel that they try to do it to where it works both ways, but it doesn't work a lot on the upside down version. I feel a lot of the jumps are just out of reach of your double jump a lot of times, and that's very annoying. So you have to use that down up like blue beam jump that you get early on.
Gravity boots.
Yeah, the gravity boots to kind of get halfway up, and then you can double jump to places. But man, the boss designs in that second half, and just the new enemies you fight are so much cooler than.
Yeah, we kind of touched on the bosses, but we didn't really get into depth last episode. I know, but. Who was your favorite boss in this game?
Like
the two of them, I have two. I mean, I have one in the regular castle and one in the upside down. My favorite in the regular is Beelzebub, who's that giant,
the hanging
dude,
corpse.
like,
the giant.
And you can fight like his feet and his arms, and they all have different hitboxes. And then I think it's called like Legion in the upside down castle. It's the giant ball of corpses.
The Grand Falloon.
Yeah, Grand Falloon. Mm-hmm. That fucking boss is so cool, man.
Yeah.
And like as you hit it, dead bodies fall off it, and then they start walking towards you, and then it's this weird snake demon thing underneath. It's such a cool fucking boss, man.
Which is kind of like weirdly like mechanized. Like it's very bizarre. It's a great fight. I love it. It's memorable. Like that is.
Yes, that one sticks out with me from like the first time I fought it. I always remember that dude.
I feel like everyone loved that, so it was in other Castlevania games after that, but it was never
as
quite as good.
Yeah. I didn't realize it showed up in other Castlevania games, like some of the GBA ones.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an Iga like tie-in.
I love that I got Charlotte from Portrait of Ruin the other day as a spirit in Smash Brothers World of Light.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw you playing that when I was playing. I was like, all right, Tyler's playing it. That's good. It makes me happy.
I still haven't unlocked Richter or Simon in that, man, and I want both of those dudes real bad.
Yep, you and I are in the same boat. But it's been hard to play it because it's also been very, very difficult to stop playing Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
It was hard for me because I didn't want to stop playing Smash Brothers, so I could have put more time in Symphony of the Night and tried to beat it as Maria, but I really wanted to play Smash Brothers.
I get it. It's fucking like that world of light. Are you playing the World of Light adventure mode?
Yep.
That is addicting.
Because I did a few rounds of like traditional single player, knocked that out to kind of get my bearings, then went to World of Light. Man, fucking Curry Charizard.
Yeah.
Curry Charizard.
Giga Bowser's giving me trouble.
Oh, it took me I tried it as Mario, then I eventually like, well, let me try Peach. And I eventually, it took me like an hour, but I finally beat it as Peach.
Yeah, I'm doing a very un-Dave-like strategy, and that is I'm going totally against my nature in World of Light, and it is like if I get to an enemy and I do not beat it within the first 5 tries, I just move on. It's like I'll come back.
That's what I did,
It's
man.
big enough.
I'll come back to this fucking later. I'm not like, let's just try to level up our fucking spirits and go back in later.
Yeah, after losing to Curry Charizard so many times, I was like, let me just look up a strat. And then what warmed my heart when I looked it up, it's like the best way to beat the Curry Charizard is to get the motherfucking Franklin badge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they kept recommending the Franklin badge to me because that's one other thing that's nice about that game is the game will recommend spirits to attach to your fighters, and they kept recommending the Franklin badge to me.
So it reflects his Curry breath.
Yeah.
Back at him. So the Franklin badge in Earthbound is the most powerful item.
Sure.
I fucking love the Franklin badge. And then now that it is so powerful in Smash Brothers, makes me so fucking happy.
Do you have the Buzz spirit?
No.
He's really good.
Shit.
Yeah.
Man.
He's like a 3-star, I think.
Although I did enjoy one of my most favorite items in D&D was whenever I collected the Franklin badge in Josh's D&D game. But I guess I should digress, or we will turn this into a Smash Brothers podcast.
Yeah. And we do want to do one of those in the future. We're working on that.
Because I had questions, but I've purposely been refraining from asking.
Did you guys know about the cool relevancy of the order that you get the boss fights in the Upside Down Castle?
No, tell me about that.
So it's a reference to the original Castlevania and the fact that to get the pieces of Vlad, you have to fight a bat, a Medusa, a mummy, Frankenstein, and then Death himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they put it that way as a callback to the earlier Castlevanias.
That's awesome. And I love that you're collecting the pieces of Dracula as a callback to Castlevania 2, which is amazing. I like that too.
Shout out to Jonathan Wilson, because look at my notes and I see Cooter Belmont written across big letters. So thank you, Jonathan Wilson, for your wonderful rendition of Cooter Belmont.
Yeah.
It was pretty killer, man.
It was awesome.
It was beautiful.
I don't know. Upside Down Castle is kind of a letdown, man. There's only 2 cool relics that you get there, and they're not even that great. It's just Form of Mist and Power of Echo, I think.
Where you get the poison mist from the giant boss.
Yeah, and then you get the thing that lets the Echo hurt people. But again, it's like at that point in the game, those are almost completely useless.
Yeah, just if you're going for it's like 208% or something like that.
Yeah,
what is
200.6?
Is that what it is? And I have a question.
You get 100.3 on both.
Because what constitutes your percentage? Because I've heard people say that you have to completely fill in the map. I've heard people say that you got to get all the enemy cards or whatever in the library. Because I've always done it just by filling in the map. I've done 200.6% and missed the easiest enemy you can miss. He's called the Mudman, and you fight him during the fight down in the upside down caves where it's the chick, and then there's like 3 dog heads and all these tentacles. Yeah,
sounds like an anime hentai.
Yeah.
But
it's Greek. It's Greek mythology.
I mean, he's got a mouth, man.
Yeah, if you kill her too fast, then the Mudman enemies don't spawn, and that's the only place in the game they spawn. But you can still get 200.6% without killing that dude.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. I've always been curious, and I guess I could look it up on the internet, but you're here.
Yeah. That's the last bit of human interaction that we maintain.
Yeah. If I have a question about Symphony Night, I'll ask a human.
I do love this game, man. I really do. This is one of my all-time faves. And I know I reached out to you guys to be on it, but thank you for letting me be on this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you could be on
Even
it.
though you outright refused to drive in, despite my many requests. And I offered to give you $20.
You did, man. You called me. You're like, give me your boss's number. And I'm like, man, I would, but it's like Office Space. I have 8 fucking bosses. And they all have to approve time off.
Ugh.
You're like Batman threatening Falcone and the mob.
Because he's like, do you like pregnant chicks? Because I've got one.
I don't know, man. Are her babies the size of honey gliders? Sugar gliders? Is honey gliders sex thing?
That's
What
that,
are honey gliders?
that after you show it the honey stone, it evolves from a sugar glider to a honey glider.
I like the game I like the fact that the game was just actually completely packed with content. We touched on that in the first part, but like even like the amount of detail that's put in, even the file select screen
Yeah.
where it's like all of the save icons are like animated sprites that
And they change depending on what you've done. Yeah.
I think that's amazing because it's like it'll go from like I remember like when I was playing through as Richter, I got different animated sprites on the file save screen as I did when I was going through as Alucard. So I mean, it's really just a nice like this game is full of things that the developers never had to do, but did it anyway. And I mean, it's like. Seriously, if that stuff wasn't in the game, like if the animated sprites on the file select screen weren't in there, like no one would notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like no
wouldn't
one
be any big deal to anybody.
No one would complain. But like the fact that it's in there is just like, God damn, like they really I can tell that they loved this fucking game and they knew that this game was
Yeah, it was a passion project for
Yeah.
them, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, because kind of the others, like Castlevania 64 and its sequel, were fucking awful. So, like, we're on the PlayStation. Let's do something special and redeem this
That
series.
one where you're the werewolf? You thought that was bad?
Well,
the one where we
They-
did at
they
your house
actually
and
threw
played
this
for 20
one-
minutes and quit.
they threw this one to Koji Igarashi, and they didn't really expect this one to do anything either. And it really didn't when it launched, but then it started to become a cult thing, and it started to spread via word of mouth.
Yeah, I never played this on the PlayStation when it came out. Like honestly, like I didn't even hear about this game until probably I met like you, Tyler, and you, Josh. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, I knew what Castlevania was, but like the last Castlevania game I think I played was probably like Castlevania 3 or something like
Yeah,
that.
because I remember telling you about it. You were like, I mean, it sounds all right,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's like, well, then my mother will buy it for you.
Yeah, yeah, it's the best gift she's ever given me without knowing it. Yeah, I mean, no, it's great. And it was like one of my favorite things about replaying it is I played this game when it came out on Xbox Live on the 360. And it's like I played this game like 10 years later, and it was almost like playing the game completely new because I'd forgotten where everything was for the most part. And it's like I knew that there were areas, but I did not know where they were on the map. Like when I was playing, someone was like, have you been to the library yet? I'm like, I know the library is in this game, but I cannot remember where it is.
I don't want to go to the fucking library, man. I don't give a
I'm gonna
shit.
kill some fucking Draculas.
What am I going to do? Read a book? That's not going to fucking kill Dracula. I guess unless it's the Bible, but I do not care for that either.
Yeah, I did a no Bible run.
I never. So, Dave, what was your favorite sub weapon?
My favorite sub weapon is the cross. And
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's honestly because Richter with the cross is like the only way I got through certain sections of the Richter run. And it's like that gave me like a whole new appreciation where it's like a fucking pocket watch would drop and it's like, no, I do not want that shit. A fucking Bible would drop. It's like, I don't want that. I want the cross always 100%. If I can input a code where nothing but a cross would drop, like if I hit a sconce where a Bible's supposed to come out, I want to put a code in where nothing comes out of that sconce.
So somebody please make that Drake meme and put Dave's face over it. Him turned away from everything else and then pointing toward the cross.
That's the one. What's your favorite sub-weapon, Kyle?
As Alucard, it's definitely. I'm a knife guy. I like the speed that the knife fires out. and
Good
the fact
Mario
that it only
RPG
costs
reference.
One.
Knife guy.
And it only
Great
costs
guy.
one heart too. Very easy to manage.
Yeah, I like the knife too. I usually went for the axe myself because of that sweet arc for flying
Yeah.
enemies. Oh.
It can get a lot of double and triple hits as it passes through people.
Fucking Simon Belmont in Smash Brothers, that goddamn axe.
It looks great. I wish I could have experienced it.
Tyler, what about you?
As Richter, I really enjoy the Holy Water Rain. I think that is very, very cool. As Alucard, I mean, the cross has just always been my standard of a Castlevania game.
That's a good standby.
And I'm glad you mentioned the item crash because like Richter's cross item crash, I don't think is very good. But like the weapon by itself, I think is like the best one. because-
I love the dagger one. It was just like
throws
Dragon Ball
100
Z
and-
style. Yeah.
I don't think I
I
ever
myself,
used it.
I've always enjoyed Hydro Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really satisfying to like kill Dracula in the very first fight with that.
With like 2 hits.
Right?
Hey man, you know what? You know what I call skeletons? I call them meth dads. they're all skinny and shit, man. I just call them meth dads. Like I have fun with it.
Man, the inverted castle features 2 of my least favorite skeleton enemies in this game.
Fucking
That's
Jacko Bones.
Jacko Bones don't bother me as bad as Nova Skeletons
Skeletons.
and Tiny Dancers, man.
Oh, which ones are the tiny dancers? I'm
The
assuming
Tiny
they're
Dancers
tiny
are the ones. No, they run around all
Hold me
fast
closer.
and then they jump up in the air and they shoot like this crazy beam out of their chest
Oh, I don't
at
remember
like a
those
diagonal
guys.
angle.
You're thinking of Care Bears.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Care Bear stare, I believe.
Oh, the flea or flea man.
flea man.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
Flea Man,
I
man.
hate
And
those
then they get
things.
armor in the
Armored
inverted
flea
version.
man, yeah. And then you get ones riding the bone serpents. And it's just,
man.
like, I could tell that they just like had fun with it, where it's like, all right, everyone hates flea men. How can we make them come back again and again and again?
How can we make them worse?
Right.
As somebody who hadn't played it for 10 years, Dave, compared to somebody like me, I played this game quite a lot. How did you feel it held up over all this time?
Oh, amazingly. Yeah.
right? I think
yeah.
so too, man.
Yeah, amazingly. Like, I mean, it is. It still sounds great. I think the sprite work is amazing.
Those controls are so precise.
The controls are good. I mean, obviously, I had some problems pulling off some of the moves. But
Yeah.
but it's kind of one of those things where it's like I didn't blame the game for that. I felt like it was very much. I just haven't practiced this enough yet. And it's like I can see. I didn't speedrun this game. It took me, I think, 21 hours to do like Alucard, all of the Alucard segment, and then Richter. But I mean, it's like there are certain moments, especially during the Richter run, where it's like you do that like flying uppercut move like just right, and like you like move up like 3 platforms or whatever. It's like one of those feelings where it's like, man, I see why people speedrun this, because it's like that is a really good feeling, because it's like there are certain platforming jumps in the game where it's like when you pull them off on the first time flawlessly, it must feel like I've never played basketball, but it must feel like I've heard a phrase called nothing but net. I believe probably feels like that.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does.
Yeah. How often do you play this game, Kyle?
I mean, it's one of those. It's quick enough. I generally try to play through it like once a year. It's usually once every 2 years or so.
Quick enough. It's like 21 hours, man. How you?
I mean, for you, but I know I know kind of where to go in this game, what I need to do, and it's a
He
relaxing
knows
thing.
where all the wall meat is.
Yeah, all that wall meat, man.
Hell yeah.
I love that wall turkey.
And pot roasts. And I never found the pizza. I hear there's a pizza in the game.
Spaghetti.
I think the pizza's down in the ice caverns in the regular castle. If I remember,
That makes sense.
Need a goddamn wall hot pocket is what I fucking need.
Your
Yeah,
grocer's
of
freezer.
course.
Well, actually, a lean pocket.
What-
I'm not a young
What
man
pizza?
anymore.
Is it even around in like 1788 or whatever this game takes place?
Pizza?
Let's see.
Oh wait, no, this game's like 12 something. I
When
think.
did
Nah.
pizza come out?
It's 1796, I think.
Pizza's release
Symphony
date.
is?
Yeah, because like Rondo's what, 1792, and this is like 4 years later or something like that. It's like right before 1800. Just, hey Siri, when was pizza invented?
This says June 11th, 1889.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, but hear me out. Dracula's castle is a living creature that transcends time and location.
Like I said, man, undead are a little bit ahead of us, so
right.
they made pizza first.
100%. They made a big old snake wrapped around a corpse ball, man. They can do whatever they
They
want.
got my motherfuckers have motorcycles and pizza. So I mean, personally, if they were not a scourge upon mankind, it'd be pretty cool to hang out with.
Yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
Fucking meth dads, though, man.
Every time you say it, I hear meth dads.
Myth that.
And it's like a Judd Apatow.
I got one of them too. We got meth dads and meth cousins. That's why I am the only chosen one of the Belmont clan.
Oh, Dave.
Hi.
What did you think, having played through the other Castlevania games,
Yeah.
what did you think of the Coliseum fight where you fight the
Yeah, nice.
the heroes from what Castlevania
Three.
3, yeah.
It's amazing, except, man, They're all easy except for Grant. Gave me a whole new appreciation for Grant. Because it's like every time I play Castlevania 3, I'm like, all right, this guy can climb on ceilings, and I'm dead.
Yep.
But the game does a really good job at using it to kill me. So yeah, I really like the callbacks in the game are great, and it's like they do that in Rondo too, because it's like in the first stage you're going through one of the towns from Castlevania 2, and it's like I love all these callbacks because it's like it's a time of Konami's history where it's like, man, remember when they made video games? Like I know that's like an old kind of like thing now to like, you know, joke about, but I mean it's you play something like this and it's like apparent where it's like, holy shit, like this is a really good game. It is a passion project, it feels like.
This Konami logo and that Capcom, like those PlayStation logos, I loved because I knew I was getting something badass every time it came on.
What's up with the Konami logo at the beginning of the game where it's like a Final Fantasy earthquake spell and then Konami appears?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that in any other
just
game.
proud of it, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just jarring because I don't think like Tyler, I don't think I've seen that.
I'm used to the, I mean, when I think of the Konami logo, I think of Castlevania 4 with the Konami.
Yeah, the SNES Konami.
Yeah. But how many Konami games did I play after that? Because I was not a Metal Gear Solid kid, so.
I was going to say this game makes an appearance in Metal Gear Solid.
Does it really? I've never played it.
With Psycho Mantis, right?
Yeah, if you have it saved on your memory card, he's like, you like Symphony of the Night, I see.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was just explaining this to Nicole. We were watching some like Watch Mojo video or something, and it mentioned Psycho Mantis, and I had to explain Psycho Mantis to her. I'm like, yeah, and you can't beat him unless you unplug your controller and plug it into the second player. And then you could, because he could read your mind. And I'm like, as I'm saying this, yeah, it was back then, but like as I'm explaining it, it's so fucking dumb. How do you know to do that? There's no indication in the game. It's like
Nicole was impressed by nothing, Kyle. So no, she did not think it was cool.
She did not.
It's like X-Men on the Genesis. You got to turn off the computer.
You need to get out of that house, Josh. Get out now.
I forgot about that.
You got to turn off the computer. You got to do the one thing you never want to do when you're super far in the game.
You got to reset the computer.
Turn the fucking console off. Oh yeah, you're right. You don't want to turn it off.
Press the reset button. It's fucking insane.
Speaking of fucking insane and possibly losing a bunch of progress, I had a really fun thing happen to me last night. I want to let everybody know that if you're playing... Okay, first of all, let me ask this, because I cannot remember, and I can't remember it on the 360 version of Symphony of the Night, and I never played the PlayStation version. Was there a quick save option in those? I don't think there was, right?
No,
okay.
Not in the 360 version or my PS3 version.
If you are playing the Requiem version and you get through the really super hard hallway that took you an hour and a half, and then you save the game, don't just decide to try out quick save for the first time ever. That's just a rule. Like, it's just a suggestion, because what might happen is you quick save and then load that quick save back up, and you're like, okay, that's fun. And then you go to find your data file, and it set you back before that super long hallway. So my recommendation is, under no circumstances, use that fucking quick save.
That fucking sucks.
Because it is a trick box.
See, I'm overly cautious, especially like games like Skyrim or Fallout, like Bethesda games that are going to crash. I always see that autosave, and I'm like, okay, good. Now I'm going to do a manual save before I exit. Like,
the one that always scares
just to
me
be careful.
is when the autosave just seems like it goes on for just a little too long.
I don't trust you.
Well, at work, I save every Excel file like 3 times before I close it out.
Really?
Like,
I was going to say, are you guys that way in video games too? Like, I just saved, but I better save again.
Yeah.
Or you go to load the game just to see that little thumbnail icon to make sure it's saved where it was supposed to save.
Yeah, totally.
Well, then it's like, it always stresses me out. Like Dead Rising, for example, like the first Dead Rising, where it's like, oh no, you only get like one save slot. Because we want it to be real, you know? We want there to be consequences, which is fine. I'm all on board unless the game fucks up.
Yeah.
In which case it's like, oh, come on, man.
That's why I can never do Fallout 4 in survival mode. You fuck up too much.
I tried to do survival mode, and I'm playing through survival mode, but I eventually got mods for the game to be able to autosave.
Yeah, I think that's the
during
only.
because I mean, I would die every now and then, but that didn't piss me off for losing my progress. What pissed me off is when the game froze or crashed.
Yep.
And I hadn't
And
saved in a while.
but on a Bethesda game, no, don't make that a feature, Bethesda.
Right.
Did you guys do anything about filling out the beastie area, or have you ever explored the beastie area in this game?
No, I didn't really mess with it, and I didn't the first time I played it either. I mean, is there like what's the benefit to doing that?
I mean, it's another thing to fill
Having
out
a complete
100%
bestiary.
Okay, so
But,
pretty much just completion.
There is one enemy that always stuck out to me that I found here that I'd like to read for you. It's called the Frozen Half.
Okay.
And it is its description in game is it is a transvestite ice spirit,
Oh, okay.
which is the servant of
Oh
Galamon.
man, I jerked off to this.
This guy's an asshole too, man. You fight him down in the inverted catacombs, and he has this huge ice spell that will cover the entire screen. And like, if it hits you once, you're stuck in the animation for at least a good 10 to 15 seconds.
What was the name of that enemy?
The Frozen Half.
Ice Trap. Got it.
See, Josh, you were more progressive as a kid. You didn't even know it.
How I am curious. Did you ever run into the enemy Cthulhu?
Yes.
Was it the
Malachi-
wrong sprite?
And he's mislabeled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if they fixed that. I knew it was in the PlayStation version. I didn't know if they ever fixed that.
It's not
They-
not fixed in Requiem. It's
They call him Malachi in our version when he should be Cthulhu.
right. Yeah, they've got him flip flopped. Which is kind of like, I don't know. I mean, Cthulhu, the one they've got labeled as Cthulhu, looks Cthulhu enough until you run across the one that is supposed to be labeled
Malachi,
Cthulhu.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
And
And
it's
like, oh yeah,
yeah, that's Cthulhu. Thank you.
he sounds so cool. I love his enemy design. He's got that. He's just like woo woo woo.
Just
What?
like
It's
Cthulhu
so
would
like
be.
unsettling and weird.
The whistles go, woo.
Y'all see the leprechaun say yeah.
Yeah. Kyle, have you ever done luck mode?
I have. I tried a luck mode just this time in preparation for this show, man. It's fucking hard, dude.
I've never done it. It's one of those where you like when you start a new game, you enter your name for the save file, and you do like some kind of like weird combination of characters.
Yeah, it's this weird combination. It's like X-XQ @pound X or something.
And it makes like all your stats 1 except for luck.
They can roll between 1 and 5,
Okay.
but they generally will roll down to. I've never seen anything higher than 1, but
And luck in this game it pretty much just determines what enemies drop. Is that right? Okay.
pretty much, yeah. So you can get some nice equipment, but it's a rough start at the first.
I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do
It's
it.
rewarding. I mean, eventually it becomes like the normal Castlevania. You get the good drops, you just become overpowered, and
Gotcha.
you can beat the game at like level 48. But it's a rough start at first, man, because you're fighting those first bloody zombie dudes, and I was hitting them like 45, 50
Oh
times.
god.
Because you're doing 1 damage.
Oh god. Because I mean the bloody zombies, even when you're not in luck mode, take like 4 or 5 hits to kill.
Yeah, and you're fighting them, and then you're not even getting a level up on 1 kill, so you're killing those dudes, then going and saving because they hit you and almost kill you because
Yeah.
your defense is 1. It's a long grind, man, but more power to you.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch you grind skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll do it.
Well, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I do want to ask you what you thought of Dracula's final form in this game.
It's kind of lame. It's cool and
Yeah.
also lame.
Is he like?
I'm a shelf with appendages.
Yeah, is he the thing, like the big beast, or is he the Dracula guy sitting on it, like looking fancy? Like,
It's
what
still
is
Dracula's
Is he
pride.
the whole thing? It was just like,
I don't know.
But then
I'm
he's
just here
also got
looking
these
fancy.
yeah,
cool xenomorph heads like glued onto the side of it. And that part looks cool. And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, there's just an old man sitting in a chair in the middle of it.
It doesn't
Like,
have like
why did they throw that on? Why not just have the weird looking heads?
yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't even notice the old man sitting in the middle.
It's just Dracula at the beginning of the game, like when he's sitting in the chair talking to Richter.
Really?
It's that same.
Yeah,
he's just
sitting
stuck
like-
there in the middle.
How did
Yeah.
I not see that? I guess
Because there's so much going on.
yeah, and I was like nervous, and it's like, I don't know, at that point in the game, that thing wasn't Dracula. It was just the thing in the way of me beating the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it was
Sure.
just kind of like, I don't know, man. It's scary looking. Fucking kill it. It doesn't have like a succubus like attached on its shoulder or something too. There's like a winged figure like on one of his shoulders.
Succumbus, yes.
A succumbus.
I just remember being like, at least when you're fighting Dracula as Richter, he has an alternate demon form like you'd expect. But yeah, I was also kind of let down by his final form appearance.
Yeah. And
was too,
honestly,
man.
like the lack of forms.
Yeah.
Also, is just kind of like, all right. But I mean, look, maybe I say that, but it's like at the same time when I played Dracula X on the SNES, which has the worst Dracula fight in the history of fights. Oh yeah, look, Josh just showed me an image. There is, in fact, Dracula sitting on his. It kind of looks like he's the king of Gothic Mardi Gras, and like this is his float.
I'll show you my true form.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on this float.
When you use True Sight on Bourbon Street.
He throws beads at you, and it causes your armor to become unequipped.
Do you guys have any achievements?
I've got a few. Josh, you got some?
I will try to think of one.
Okay,
at
Kyle,
least
you
before-
said you had one.
Yeah, I got one.
You go first though.
What you got, man?
It's just called Blood Maiden. So there's this sword you can get in the game called the. I always called it the Blood Sword, but it levels up based on if you kill enemies that bleed. And I remember
That's the
taking.
Muramasa or something.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
I think.
Muramasa.
Ah,
And I remember being a kid, and I had a WWF aftermarket controller that had turbo on it. And I went down to where the mermen pop out,
Yep,
and
yep.
because they infinitely respawn, and I just taped down that attack button and left it on for like a day and a half.
Yep,
that's-
I did the same thing, buddy.
Yeah, right. It
Yep.
just one hits everything, man.
Eventually, I got mine up to like 200 attack power or something, which is a lot. But whenever you compare it to like the sword familiar completely leveled up, it's nothing still. And
Yeah.
I'd spent like days doing it. So
Yeah,
I was like,
and
fuck it. I'm done.
you can keep grinding, and you eventually like max out the in-game clock, and then the clock tower won't work anymore, so
Oh,
you can
shit.
like freeze your game if you do it too long.
that's
But yeah.
wild, dude. I had no idea. I didn't even
It'll take-
I didn't even level up the sword to max. Like it was one of those the sword familiar. It was like one of those things where it's like I hear this is a thing I can do, but I'm
man,
not
so-
going to do it.
What was your favorite familiar? Did you have one you used more than the others?
I used the bat a lot, and I used the ghost
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
So
I've never used the ghost ever.
but I did use the sword the most. Once I
Okay.
got the sword, I used it the most. But still, I think at the end of the game, like it wasn't anywhere near max level, and it was kind of one of
Yeah.
those where it's like I'm not gonna level this up. I mean, like if this, like if this were the only game I was gonna be playing for like the next 2 months, you bet your ass I'm gonna level
Did
everything
you know
up.
that after level 50, you can equip the sword familiar as an actual sword?
Yeah, I knew that, but it was also one of those things where it's like,
Okay.
yeah, but I mean,
I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I care in the regard that that's really neat. Like that's
Yeah, that is a
You
very
can
cool
do
thing.
that. Yeah.
that's very very cool. But it didn't mean enough to me. Where it's like, well, I mean, I got this Alucard sword, so I guess I'll just use that. Plus, I got the shield rod and the Alucard shield, which kills everything. So I'm just gonna roll with that. So.
I'm a Chrysogrim main, man.
Oh,
Gotta get
dude.
that
Oh,
Chrysogrim.
yeah. We
Yeah.
talked about that a lot.
And that only drops in the inverted castle.
Off the
and it's my
schmoo.
favorite
off the
item.
shmoo, yeah.
Dual Crusader, man. What you talking about?
I've got a few achievements that came from Twitch chat. The first one I've got is from Nathan Eaton, and this achievement is Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes. Did I say that right? Did you guys know that his middle name is Fahrenheit? Can someone explain that to me, please? Why it is?
Oh, is it really?
I didn't know. New to me.
Why what? I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Why Alucard's middle name is Fahrenheit?
It's because.
Oh, I don't know.
Science stuff.
Yeah.
Because is Tepe's a thing too, right? I
Yeah,
think?
Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes. In order to unlock that achievement, Adrian, I'm sorry, his brother's Aaron. I meant Adrian. I get them confused all the time. It's like Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson.
They're interchangeable.
Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes. In order to unlock that, you need to learn the Inferno spell
Okay.
because it's fire. It's Fahrenheit.
Ah, okay.
There we go. Next achievement I got comes from Doc Coyote, and this achievement is while the master's away, In order to unlock While the Master's Away, you need to defeat a Gravekeeper enemy for the first time, because damn if those guys don't look like Torgo from Manos, the Hands of Fate. And they 100% do. And it didn't even register for me. I'm sitting here playing the game, and he mentions it, and it's like, oh, man, that is...
Who mentioned that?
Doc Coyote did.
All right, very nice reference, Doc Coyote.
Yeah, I mean, it was great and spot on, because he said it, and he got in my head. I was like, is that where they got the inspiration for the Gravekeeper sprite? Because it does look like Torgo. Next achievement I got is coming from Bovine Bear. Hooked on Demonics worked for me. In order to unlock Hooked on Demonics worked for me, you gotta not get hit by a single book in the library.
Oof.
And the last achievement I've got is called Armor Greg. This comes in from P. Willie Eaton. And in order to unlock Armor Greg, you need to defeat the true final boss of Symphony of the Night. You need to beat him while playing as the Axe Lord. And the true boss of the game is the Guardian Armor that's at the end of the Hallway of Jerks.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Just poison mist and just hover over him.
You can't do that as Richter, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Axe Lord.
Or Zack's armor.
Which we haven't talked about yet. That's another character that you can play as, which is completely worthless. Like,
oh yeah,
out of every
He's fun because of his voice commands, but
yeah, I mean, and I like when you because here's the thing. I heard that you could play as the Axe Armor in this game, and it's like, holy shit, that's amazing. And I'm like, okay, so how do I do it? And I'm told you got to put in the name like Axelord or something at the title screen.
Yep.
Edgelord, yeah.
Edgelord. Yeah. And once I got in the game, I was like, oh fuck, I don't think it worked because I'm still obviously Alucard. So what the hell? And then it's pointed out to me, check your inventory. It's like, oh, there's Axe Armor in here. And I put it on, and I hear Alucard go, what? Here it goes all Keanu Reeves on me. And then now I'm a fucking Axe Knight. And I can't throw axes, which is a huge bummer, like right off the gate. The first thing I'm doing is trying to do like the sub-weapon command.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are not axes coming out? You can only do like the melee attack. You can run kind of fast. You can't jump for shit. So it's like, truly, I think it's like that would be an impossible playthrough to like go through as the Axe Knight. Which is kind of a bummer because I don't know, man. When I want to play as a different character, I want to be able to like do a run.
Do
with
the
that
game,
character.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do a full thing.
Yeah, but he's like his jump is so short he can't even
It's
get
terrible.
over. Like
It's a little hop.
It's the
like a
worst.
skip.
Yeah.
See,
Am I the only one that will be out in public and will like be shopping and think to myself, I'm interested in
I'm interested in this.
because I honestly do that like a fucking lot, and I'm like. Every time I do it, I'm like, man, you're such a fucking dork.
Every time you do it, you need someone behind you going, ba, 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 ba.
when I'm shopping, I think of what are you buying? What are you selling?
I just think of that because of the Mega 64 video.
Yeah. But Josh, when you said edgelord, I just thought of you put an edgelord and you turn into the sprite version of Kyle in his trench coat and crow makeup playing through something like that.
Oh man,
Those are all
wasn't
the
high school awesome.
Yeah, no, trust me, I didn't get out of that until college, so you're fine. You're fine. I got laughed at my freshman year, so you are okay, my friend.
We got pictures of John Turley that'll make you feel real good.
Josh, did you come up with any Chivos?
Yeah, I came up with the one, and that would be the best offense is a good defense.
Okay.
And that would be to kill Dracula with a shield. So.
Okay, that's good. I
Very
like
nice.
that.
I've got one, Harry Dresden, and you unlock Harry Dresden by killing 60% of the enemies with just magic.
That'd be a
okay.
fun run. You can play as Harry if you just put in Harry as the name of your character.
It's pretty good.
Oh, my bad. It's
Pretty
Harry
good.
Potter. I forgot.
It's like a
From Night
50-50
Court, right?
chance.
Yeah, it's Harry Anderson from Night Court.
From Night Court. When you summon,
There
Bull
is-
comes running out.
I'm sorry. I believe it's Fright Court.
You put in Harry, and you just
Fright Court.
it could be Harry from Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
yeah.
it could just
that's
any
true
Harry.
too, yeah.
It's a free game.
fighting.
Houdini. And you're
All the enemies in the game are replaced by John Lithgow, who just yells at you until you leave Dracula's castle. If there's any,
yeah, Alucard tries to walk in. John Lithgow is standing at the
Get out of
gate.
here!
Go! And he'll punch you in the face until you turn around and go.
You're not wanted here. Don't you understand? Go on.
We could sell that on Steam for $1 and probably make $1 million.
We probably make about $100.
We just need to like form like some fucking production firm and just sell these ideas.
Let's do it.
That's
Does anybody
how.
know how?
No, I got no clue.
Nope.
No. But here's the thing. If anybody out there is listening and they are a musician, I would love to hear the theme to Night Court in a minor key for Fright Court.
Nice.
If you provide the music, I will provide I'll provide the credit, the open credit scene. That's a lot. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that.
You gotta have spooky wind and thunder crashes in that theme song.
100%.
Gotta have them.
Yeah. Mandatory.
Oh, please tell me we heard from Bowman Bear.
We do. We got a quiz.
Fuck yes.
And actually, Kyle, I think you're gonna be feeling a lot of pressure because when Matt sent me this quiz, he said that he wrote this quiz with you specifically in mind.
Oh fuck, man.
So no pressure.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you'll do fine.
I mean, some pressure.
But yeah, a little bit of pressure though.
Okay.
Give me a moment. There has been a problem. There's supposed to be a quiz, but there's actually just a blank white screen. So
okay.
I have two options. I can wait for this to load, or I can just come up with questions off the top of my head.
I'm fine with that,
Which
too.
would you prefer? All right. These are all 10 questions. They're cheese related, Dave style. This cheese has
Mites.
the most mites on it. Sorry, incorrect answer. I
That
advise.
is
cheese.
Mike cheese.
Dick cheese.
Mike che- I'm sorry, Josh was correct with Mike Cheese.
Damn it.
This usurper to the throne now sits unused alongside his animatronic friends.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. Tyler's got it. And I hate to disappoint, but I had to reset my entire iPad, so we do have to wait a lot longer for the real questions. But I'm happy to come up with more cheese questions if you guys would like.
We could just sit here in silence and truncate silence will just eliminate this whole
Or do you have any other questions?
Of course I do. They're not cheese-ats, they're cheese-its. Come on, that was really
Cheese
fucking...
tits.
I
They're
felt like
cheese
that was
tits.
really easy. I'm just getting blank stares. Okay, another cheese question. Those are all the cheeses that I know. I'm sorry.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
What kind of cheese isn't yours?
Is that your answer?
That's my question to you. What kind of cheese isn't yours?
Is that a philosophical question?
Sort of.
Is this a therapy thing? What kind of cheese isn't mine? Mayor
Are you
McCheese.
fucking with me, man? It's nacho cheese.
It's nacho
Oh my
cheese.
God.
Oh my god.
Kyle is correct.
on it, man.
Oh.
All right, I got a question for you, but I have to figure out what it is first. here's the
I've got a gun.
here's the
What's the
got a
saddest?
gun.
What's the saddest cheese, guys? What's the saddest cheese?
The saddest cheese.
Well, we already said dick cheese, so it's probably not that.
Dick cheese is actually the happiest cheese.
Pause the podcast. Tell us more about that, Josh.
Nobody? Mm-mm. Blue
Sorry.
cheese. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Okay.
Ronald Reagan.
Jelly beans.
No, it's Who Moved My Cheese. I never knew the answer, but I assumed it was Ronald Reagan, so I just said Ronald Reagan.
What kind of cheese is sold in the church basement?
But cheese?
Gouda cheese.
Gouda cheese.
It's a long time on that.
No, we got more cheese questions. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's loading up just the way. I'm not worried about the integrity of this device at all. It's going to be fine. God, how do I word this? Here's my problem. I'm starting with the answers, and then I'm like, "Ooh, I've got one." And then when I say it, I'm like, shit, I got to come up with a question to go with the answer.
I got a cheese related story. I could tell.
Please, God, for the love of fuck.
Whenever I was so like the only cheese that we had at my house growing up was like those little slices of Velveeta or whatever. That's not really cheese. You know, just the
Vegetable oil.
the cheese product,
Schmeeze.
in slices that you use as cheese. So anyway, that's the only cheese we had. So I'd watch. I remember as a kid watching. Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Hell yeah.
And Monterey Jack was just like all about the cheese, right? So I would run around the house pretending to be Monterey Jack, and then like I would stop by the refrigerator and open up that drawer and get a piece of Velveeta cheese and shove it in my mouth, and then run around a little longer, and then go back and get some cheese.
I never wanted anything
God
so
damn it.
bad as I wanted like the cheese soup that they make in one of those episodes.
I thought you were going to say fuck Gadget, and I was on board. And then
I was
you
really-
zagged on me.
No, cheese soup, then fuck Gadget.
Priorities.
Gotta have your energy to fuck a girl like Gadget.
Yeah, man, she goes for days.
Here's the real quiz. All right.
Oh shit!
You guys did so well on the cheese quiz. You unlocked the Matt quiz, which is entitled, man, there's no way I can make this work. The syllables are wrong, but I'm going to try my best. Symphony of the night and party every day.
You made it work.
Not really, but thank you. I
What's gonna be?
appreciate
I'm gonna fail this quiz because you guys are gonna like cut out every time you ask a question.
it. Yeah, we rigged it. It'll be fine. Actually, I've got a mute button. I'm muting Discord like every time. Every like I count to 10 and then I just mute. All right, these are 10 Dave style questions. Matt says, I take something from Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and connect it to a song. Guess the song based on the clue. Score it by song name or band name or both, however you want to do it. This is like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter, so it's all good.
This is like the word. This is my nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is terrible.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna take a dump.
See you, Josh. Wait, come back and I'll give you some more cheese questions. I never thought of a question to the answer I came up with. The spoilers, it was the Stinky Cheese Man. The genres span rock, metal, and classic rock, with the last two being wild cards for the genres. Anything in quotes is a direct lyric from a song. Matt, I fucking am blown away by the description of the quiz. That is we got some really, really good instructions on that. All right. Here we go.
I'm probably too drunk because I don't understand, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. All right. Well, we got this. Question number 1. And quote, a lesson learned in life known from the dawn of time, end quote. Equip the walk armor for added respect.
Okay,
I don't even know where to start with that. None of that makes any sense to me whatsoever.
That's Pantera Walk.
Whoa. Okay. Let's lock it in. Josh, you look you're
I've
about to
got no
object.
answer. No.
Okay.
no, I think Kyle's wrong.
Let's lock it in. What was it? Pantera Walk?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Correct.
All right.
Correctamundo. Check out the big brain on Kyle.
So Matt maybe probably knew Pantera is also one of my favorite bands of all time.
That might be. He didn't tell me why he would
I don't know.
why it was a Kyle quiz, but it is absolutely 100% a Kyle quiz.
Scary. How much? Okay.
Question 2. Dracula isn't the only one with a strong opinion on humanity. Quote, you take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god and watch people's heads a-roll. End quote.
Oh fuck! Hold on.
My man sounds like Skinner, man. I don't know.
I have no
No.
idea.
I believe it's fucking Megadeth.
Megadeth, okay.
Symphony of Destruction.
Okay, let's lock it in because I don't think anyone else here knows.
Nope.
Okay, Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction, locking it in. It is Megadeth, Symphony of
All right.
Destruction.
Hey.
Good job.
Huzzah.
Question 3. We're almost there. Only 7 more. To knock on the librarian's chair, you need the gravity boots, but definitely not satin shoes, plastic boots, or cocaine eyes.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna say Dire Straits, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm not allowed to listen to music with drug references, so I don't know.
What's that?
I mean, there's drugs in
Or
this,
sex of any kind. Yeah.
Right. Dire Straits? We want to go Dire Straits?
That's all I got.
All right. Let's go Dire Straits. Locking it in. Oh, my God. It's Can't You Hear Me Knocking, Rolling Stones. I do feel like I should have gotten that one.
Shit.
All right, that's fine. We're still in the clear. We're still good. Next question. Fairy familiars, quote, wear boots and you gotta believe me. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, end quote.
I think that's a Christmas song.
Okay.
Yeah, Grandma got
with
run
it,
over by a
Josh.
reindeer.
I don't know.
We don't know. So we're going to go with Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Grandma
Locking it
got
in.
run over by. Okay.
The 21 Pilots cover.
Yes. It is Fairies Wear Boots by Black Sabbath. These are all bands that I have heard of. Next question. Holy symbol is helpful in water, except in the midnight sea where you'll be gone too long.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know. I have no idea. Holy symbol is a proper noun. If that's a clue, I don't know.
I'm going to say Striper,
Striper?
but I don't know the song.
We're going to give ourselves credit if it's Striper. How about that?
Yeah, it's Striper with a Y.
Striper with a
Not an
Y.
I.
Striper with a Y.
Not an I. They're a Christian band. You guys know Striper? Oh, man, you should check them out. They're a Christian 80s hair metal band.
Okay,
I mean, Jesus died on a striped cross. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is going in the show notes. The answer is Holy Diver by Dio.
Oh, fuck. Of course
Yeah.
it's Holy Diver because it's the fucking snorkel.
Oh, the holy symbol. The snorkel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I got where you're going, Matt. Very nice. Okay, very nice.
Next question. After facing death for the first time, he takes away all items, unless you skip them. Therefore, you are, quote, stripped of your life's worth. Human mice for the blank, 400,000 more to die, end quote. So I think he's looking for us to fill in the blank. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I don't know either. Human mice for the
Slaughter.
jerk?
Mites.
Slaughter, sure.
Slaughter?
Cheese
The
mites.
mites. Yeah, I say mites.
Cheese mite? Just mites. We're going to lock it in.
If Josh Nance says cheese mites, I'm going with Josh.
Cheese mites?
Cheese mites.
All right,
Yeah.
locking it in.
Yeah.
Cheese mites. The answer is okay. Well, I guess I read that wrong. I guess the blank is actually in the lyrics. It is. Yeah. Well, with that being said, I know the answer. With that being said, do you want to take a stab at it? Stripped of your life's worth, human mice for the blank, 400,000 more to die.
Fuck, dude. I got no idea, man. He put too much faith in me.
Just kidding. It was cheese mites all along. Cheese mites.
Huzzah!
It was Angel of Death by Slayer.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, again, these are all songs that I've heard of, but it's
Yeah,
like
well, it sucks because it's as soon as you say them, I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's that one.
I also like really, really don't listen to lyrics. Like lyrics in a song are like truly like the last thing I listen to. Like it is very frequent that I'll be listening to a song and all of a sudden it'll dawn on me where it's like, oh God, that's what the song is about.
Oh yeah, no, I do this. I have to tune out the lyrics a lot whenever I listen to music with Nicole, because she loves her favorite music is are there songs that sound happy, like the beat
Oh,
and everything is really
sure,
happy, but you listen to the lyrics and they're fucking horrible.
Like Hey Ya
It's yes, like that.
by
yeah.
Andre 3000. That song is super sad.
That is actually the answer to the next question, I bet.
Woo!
What, man? No cradle of filth or anal cunt on this list? Fuck.
Anal cunt?
Anal cunt.
I
That's
love
a
that
band?
Tyler knows
It
what
is-
anal cunt
it is a band.
Fucking A, bro.
Let me go ahead and
Fucking A.
put that in the show notes so we can get banned from iTunes.
Well, I'll send you the pic to put in the show notes because there's a pic of the lead singer getting a blowjob while he's shooting heroin.
Please send me that.
I will. It's fucking great pic, man. It's rock and roll.
All right, link in the show notes. Next question. With the Soul of Wolf relic, you can, quote, shapeshift, nose to the wind, shapeshift, feeling I've been, move swift, all senses clean, Earth's gift, back to the meaning of life, end quote.
That's Metallica.
Okay. Do you want to take a stab at the song or do you just want to go with Metallica?
I think it's Kiba from Naruto, actually.
Yeah, it's
I think
Kiba.
it's Duran Duran.
Hungry like the Wolf.
like a
Hungry
wolf.
like the wolf.
I could have gotten that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it? Because it's Soul of Wolf and Wolf of Man. Metallica.
Okay.
Or when Leon Silverberg uses the Beast rune and Suikoden 2 and summons the Gold Wolf. That's probably what it is.
Or cheese mites. Cheese mites, Roman numeral 2.
The golden wolf is actually cheese made of cheese. It's a cheese wolf.
Oh, damn. You're right. Okay.
Kyle, it is in fact of Wolf and Man by Metallica. Well
I'm back
done.
on top. Calling my mom.
You should call the dental hygienist that was in
Let's
there.
all call your mom. Go ahead and pipe her in.
Let's do it. She would love all you guys. I'm telling you. She'd think you were good boys.
Well, we like Castlevania, so we're getting off on the right foot, I feel like.
Joke's on her. I'm drinking on a Tuesday.
Next question. When Alucard realizes he's being tricked by the succubus, in his nightmare, quote, not about to see your light, but if you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's like till you're bleeding.
Fuck, I don't know this one.
Was that the song that they sang in Addams Family Values? No, that was Eat Me. My bad. Sorry. I get those confused all the time. I have no idea.
Yeah, Josh, you got any clue?
Not a clue.
Yeah, I don't either, man.
Okay, this is a silly question.
Last Resort by Papa Roach.
That's
Okay.
Lock it in. Here's
Slice my life
Into pizza.
in 2 pizzas.
That's what I can remember. We were sitting at Jacob's birthday
Which
party, and he
wasn't
was
invented
like,
until 1826.
That's right, baby.
I was bringing it back around. I love it.
It's a deep cut. Callback.
Silly question. Very, very silly question. Is it possible because succubus is mentioned? Like, is this maybe like an
Is this an
Incubus
Incubus
lyric?
song?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I
Incubus.
was a huge Incubus fan.
Okay. All right.
Read it again. Let me hear it.
I've always wanted to meet a big Incubus fan. I've heard there are only 6.
Oh, yeah. I'll send you a picture of me when I met Brandon. It's a highlight of my life.
Who did you meet? I'm sorry, you cut out.
The lead singer of Incubus, Brandon Boyd.
It
Oh.
cut out, so it sounded like you were just happy about meeting a guy named Brandon.
And that might have been what you said. I just don't know enough about
Yeah.
Incubus to be like, because it's like, I met a bunch of Brandons, dude.
We had one on the
They're
show a
not
few
that
weeks
great.
ago.
Okay, here's the lyric again. Not about to see your light, but if you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's like till you're bleeding. It doesn't sound like Incubus lyrics
No,
to me.
it's not Incubus. I don't know. I'm lost.
Sounds more like Creed.
Creed.
Yeah.
Let's go with Creed.
Yeah.
Stained?
It's Scott Stapp
Spain.
trying to fuck a girl on her period. That's what it's about.
All right, locking it in. Oh my God. It's Mother by Danzig.
Oh,
So there we go. Oh, Jesus
what-
Christ. This is a hard ass quiz. All right.
they really are.
Next question. The reversed castle in Konami's way of saying, quote, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my
All right.
thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Fucking A. All right. I know that one. But somebody else take it.
Elton John?
Yep.
Yeah.
Work It by Elton John.
Work it by Elton John. Nailed it. I'm kidding. Of course, it's everybody knows it's Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Put your thing down. It's your plan, Yan.
I mean, is any of us gonna say it?
Missy Elliott.
It's
Work
Missy
It.
Misdemeanor Elliott, baby.
All right. Of course it is. Final question. Maria
Okay.
was a playable character in Rondo of Blood, but not the PS1 version of Symphony of the Night. This caused fans to sing the tune, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
I hear the lyrics in my head. I have no idea who's singing it, though.
I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
But
I
the
don't wanna say
but
it,
the
man.
very
I don't
next
wanna say
day
it.
You gave it away.
You're ruining
I've
a
heard it
lot of
before.
people's Christmas right now, I think.
Oh.
No, covers don't count. I had to check that the other day.
It's fucking got you, I think.
Am I
And
out?
A lot of people.
Are we all out?
I think a lot of people maybe are. Oh, I don't know. You kind of technically have to hear it.
We're
right?
not out. That's yes, because this is the cover. That was Tyler's cover version of Last
Oh,
Christmas.
okay. Yeah, it would be Wham! Last Christmas, if I'm not mistaken.
Locked in and correct. I'm going to go ahead and submit this to Matt. He's going to know that we took the quiz there. All right, there we go. That was a toughie.
Yep.
Yep.
Woo!
Thanks, Matt.
Woo!
I'm glad that
Very
Kyle
nice
was here.
quiz, Matt.
It's a toofy.
I got like 3 of them.
Yeah, I feel like you got, even if you got 3, that was 3 more than anybody else at this table got. So you're a rock star.
You said toughy. That made my brain go toofy. Toofering. Was the toofering that Sephiroth had in Final Fantasy VII a mistranslation of the tuffering, or was it really toofering?
I think it was just a mistranslation because that game was mistranslated all over the
A little bit.
place, man.
A little bit.
It's one of those games where it's like if it's ever retranslated, we're in trouble. Like if
Yeah.
they better use the same dialogue in the remake that's coming out any day now. Otherwise, it's just going to be like, oh, that's what Final Fantasy VII was about.
It's not.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be-
coming out, guys.
yeah.
Don't break my heart on that.
It's
Come
going to
on.
be several games.
I mean,
They're gonna
Yes.
break it
Break it
down
into-
into
yeah.
I mean, I feel like Square Enix is 4 of the guy from the World of Warcraft episode of South Park, just in a room, just trolling people.
Yeah.
I like to think that Square Enix is one of the 7 deadly sins from 7.
There you go. Pride.
I would also accept that.
What's in the box? It's not the new Final Fantasy VII, if that's what you were guessing. It's probably your
It's
wife
it's another Tomb Raider, guys. Aren't you happy?
saying. We did it again.
No.
I hope there's some horse birds in Final Fantasy VII remake.
Hey, they fixed that. Final Fantasy 14 is good. It just
Now-
wasn't when it
Now
came
you
out.
throw the birds at them and they splatter.
Yeah.
You throw giant chocobos at people.
I've got a couple more questions. The first of which is, how much is this game? How much do you think this game averages on price charting?
The PlayStation game?
The PlayStation 1 game. Loose.
Loose. Just a CD in someone's CD case.
Loose.
$12.
$12 from Kyle. What do you think, Tyler?
See, yeah, it's been re-released on so many different things. I'm sure that's brought the value down a little bit.
That's a good point.
$27.
$27?
$27.89.
Whoa. All right, getting very specific. $27.89 from Tyler. Josh?
It's pretty close to Tyler's, but I'm going to go 21.
21 even?
$21, yeah.
Okay. Actual retail value of Symphony of the Night used for the PlayStation 1 at the time of this recording, according to PriceCharting.com, is $43.52.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was
Holy
last week
shit.
when I looked it up, the average was higher than that. It was like 50-something dollars. And it was one of those
Oh,
where
goddamn.
because it's like, I thought about buying this game to play it on a PlayStation 1, but it turns out that it was a lot easier and cheaper to just buy Castlevania Requiem for
So-
$20.
I think I have Ashley Shake's copy somewhere.
Sell it.
I still
I
have my
might.
copy.
He's not going to
I'm
ask for
selling
it
this
back.
shit.
I'm going to sell it and buy my kids a Christmas present.
There you go.
It was more expensive before our last episode dropped.
It was more expensive, yeah.
So we brought the value.
We brought the value down.
Oh, snap.
Everybody was
dog.
mad there's no Cooter Belmont, so they're like,
Right.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Can't play this without Cooter Belmont.
I need a guy who has a whip with truck nuts. That's what I need.
And I've got two more questions, and these are specifically for you, Tyler. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be and why?
I would give this the shaggy yet manicured, perfectly styled beard of one Ryan Gosling.
Ooh, who is that?
He's been cast for Cooter Belmont.
Oh, I thought you said Brian Gosling.
God. Fuck yeah, Tyler.
Why is that?
Because I feel like Ryan Gosling, this game is just beautiful and talented.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man, calling out to Brian Gosling. I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan. Fuck,
Brian Gosling.
Brian Gosling.
The uglier, untalented brother.
Hey, he's prettier.
He's his agent. He gets him all his acting roles.
Oh man, that's the job right there. I want to be Brian Gosling. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've got another question for you. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be? And why?
The attractive spectacles of one John Hamm.
Of John Hamm. Mm-hmm. This is a handsome. This is
It's a handsome boy beard
couple
glasses.
Couple handsome boys in
Yeah.
here.
I hear he's starring in Tremors the musical.
I hear he's got a huge penis.
Yep, and it makes so much so it makes him uncomfortable when you talk about it.
Yeah, you're welcome, John Hamm. John Hamm actually plays one of the people being chased by a tremor or graboid. Sorry, and his penis plays a graboid.
I've heard his penis is actually a graboid from the first Tremors movie.
John Hamm and Mike Lanham both have their penises are graboids.
Tremors 5 is actually just a 30-second movie of Mike and John running away from their own penises.
Yeah, Tremors
that
6 is just Mike and Terrence's sex tape. So,
Tremors was actually John Hamm's big break because that was how he got into the movie industry, was pulling his Tremors dick out.
You know what I like the most about that is that there's a movie where there's ham and bacon. I'm a dad. I inherited these jokes. You're just jealous. You
nacho cheese.
That's it, man. That's all I got. Josh, thanks again for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
2 weeks in a row, man.
Yeah, it's the most I've seen you in a long time.
I know.
I love it. And Kyle, dude, thanks for coming on.
You guys, thank you so much, man. I love you boys so much, all of you.
Well, we love you
too,
too,
guys.
dude.
You.
Please let us know. Let everybody know where they can find you and your podcast and all the stuff.
Facebook, Twitter, the website, Experience Grind. I mean, you guys talk about us way more than you probably should, and I appreciate that too. You guys know about us, so thanks.
If you want to hear us on your podcast, we're on an episode of The Wizard.
Yeah.
Early
Yeah,
on.
man. That was a
which-
fun fucking episode, dude.
Yeah,
I think,
Pretty,
it was like,
pretty fucked up.
It was really, really fun to record. Well,
I think that was like episode 87, probably. It was back a while.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I think Tyler, it's when we were still recording in the bedroom.
Yep.
And not the blanket
Yep.
fort.
Yeah, let's run first into this house 2 years ago.
But it was really fun to record. We'll definitely have a link to that in the show notes at tadpog.com if you want to check it out.
Let's see. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. So don't miss the next episode. What have we talked about doing?
We've talked about doing a few different things. Let's keep it a secret.
Okay.
I know people don't like it when we keep it a secret, but I feel like we need to keep it a secret.
Okay.
Just in case, because here's the honest truth. I haven't done the things that I need to do in order for us to announce this. So
Okay. So we'll announce it on Facebook and Twitter.
But we'll be back. It might be an all-call show. It won't. I'm kidding. Please come back.
Let's see. Hey, do you want to send us something? We have packages, but we've had people on the phone, so haven't wanted to open them like that. But if you want to send us something, what we will eventually open, you send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. We have an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast. If you want to call us, that's leave a voicemail. We listen to those when we have time, or do all call-in shows for Patreon.
Right.
You can call us at 270-883-2555.
You can also find us on Facebook. Just search for us on Facebook, and Twitter. Just search for us on Twitter. You'll find it. If you want to watch me play games, just search for TADPOG on Twitch. You'll find it. It's fun for the most part. If you like watching someone try to get through a hallway for an hour and a half, which amazingly some people did. Thank you very much.
And they stick
I
around.
usually watch you on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so they're out on YouTube too. So you're watching. It's very.
I'm behind on uploading the Symphony of the Night
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but it'll get up there. Yeah, it'll be on there. I appreciate you watching, Josh. That's nice of you.
You want a shirt? Shirts.tadpog.com.
Yeah, we got those. And I know Tyler mentioned Patreon earlier. You can find us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/tadpog. I want to give a quick shout out to Ruby Baron Paul Kluel, who just recently upped his donation. So, Paul, definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah, keep doing that. If you up it every time you're on, we'll have you on a whole lot more.
We'll do a bunch of Symphony of the Night episodes.
Tadpog Nation. You want to be in on some of the more fucked up stuff? Tadpog Nation. Find that on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. And we are doing Brandon Cates is putting together a Smash Brothers Ultimate Tournament, which is going to happen on like January 5th, I think. If you want to get in on that, either let me know or let him know or post in the comments.
Can I be Waluigi?
You can, as long as it is a me that you have customized to look like Waluigi. You could do like
Josh is like,
Fine.
touche.
that's about the best I can do for you. I'm trying to help out.
From the post, I want to thank Sean Berry for his Secret Santa organization, because all the posts of those gifts look fucking amazing.
Yeah, I need to check. I've been told that my Secret Santa gift has arrived, that it's in the P.O. box. So, Josh, if you could get on that, that'd be really cool.
God damn it, Josh.
Okay.
I say that, but you'll check it. You'll let me know that it's there, and then 3 weeks will go by, and I'll be like, "Well, I'll see Josh in person at some point." And
I did have your packages for a while.
A long time.
Yeah.
A long time. I am literally the worst person on the earth, because it's like you or Nicole send a message, be like, "We got packages." I'm like, "Great." And I'll set the phone down and go back to work.
I'm like, fuck you. I'll put it on the phone. Well, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. A link to that track can be found in the show notes at tadpog.com. How you guys want to close this out?
I figure we could leave it up to Josh or Kyle.
Ooh.
You want to go out on I'm interested in this?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Who's counting it down?
What?
I'm interested in this.
Oh, okay.
And then
Me, young master.
I assume we're interested in Tropical Capricorn. So that'll be maybe the lead-in? Or do we just want to do it as Alucard's voice?
I'm going to do it as Alucard's voice. You guys can do whatever you want.
Perfect. I love that.
So I'll do the lead in as the librarian.
All
then.
right. So chaos. Perfect. Oh, also, Kyle, I want to give you a warning. It's going to sound like we're not saying anything, because
I know.
we are 100% going to cut out.
I'm very aware, and it's
Okay.
going to be funny because this timing is going to be fucked.
So until next time,
I'm interested in this. I knew it.
I got you.
Oh man, he thought he was so cool because he aced that quiz, and then we got him at the end.
You squirrely ass little bitch.
God damn, I can't say it enough. I fucking love you guys, man. All three of you.
Love you too, man. You're just talking to me again, though.
Oh, it's just you? Okay. Well, tell those guys too.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Fuck. Kyle says fuck off.
That's what, that is more in line with what I would say. So
Josh is crying. Also, I think Tyler left the door open, so I might have just really just cursed at his kids. Oops. Sorry about that.
I hope so.
Sorry,
That'll give him a shot of the real world.
Yeah, right.